finally hearing from Hoosiers experiencing safety and health issues within their apartment complexes.
Yeah, tenants on the west side of Indianapolis are telling us uncollected trash continues to pile up. Our Karen Campbell's on the story tonight and explains why they're concerned about this health hazard that is creating.
Another apartment community in Indianapolis.
At least 2 weeks worth of trash.
With so much trash, it could take days to clear up at Abington Apartments on Indy's west side.
We're tired of this. It don't make no sense.
If something happens, takes a while, they finally fix it, and it's just like, until you move out, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
DeMonta Walden visits his mom to take out her trash.
It's crazy because she can't even go throw trash away. It's so full.
Trash spilling outside dumpsters into the road.
According to the Marion County Health Department, inspectors gave the property owners here 2 weeks to clean up all of this mess. That deadline was yesterday.
On Wednesday, we saw workers helping to clear away some of the garbage around dumpsters, tenants showing appreciation.
Thank you for stopping.
A county environmental health specialist will be on the site daily to ensure the cleanup continues. If it stops, the property owners could face legal action.
It's been going on all summer. And
Tawana Fleming says neighbors have contacted the corporate office numerous times. They never got an answer.
You're putting our health in danger with this, and this is ridiculous. I'm just over it. Because I'm praying to God that when our lease is up, we are able to move out of here because I do not want to stay here anymore.
In a community, Fleming says, is unsafe. In Indianapolis, Karen Campbell, 13 News.
We want to let you know that we have been reaching out to the owners of the Abington Apartments Friedman communities, but like you heard in Karen's story, even tenants have trouble getting a response.
Okay, I wanted to show this video because this has been an ongoing problem across Indiana, the trash issue in certain neighborhoods, but I'm very familiar with the apartment complexes that are on that strip with Abington Apartments. There is several apartments up and down the road there where that one is. And I've lived in this area and I know people who live in this area. This is a situation where FRIEDMAN Communities, LLC, is the new owners of the apartment. And they have been in business for about 3 years now. I tried to look up some information. It's really hard to get some information on FRIEDMAN and who runs it and any reviews on it, but I tried my best to pull some stuff up. But David Friedman is the co-founder and he's the executive managing director, president, and CEO. When I was looking up information on FRIEDMAN Communities, I came across the agent name, which is CT Corporation Systems. And when I looked that up, it took me to this Dutch company. So when you really start looking into the information about FRIEDMAN Communities, you go down this deep rabbit hole and how many hands are in the pot of this money that they're making off of being slumlords, because knowing what I know, these are slumlords. The apartments in the area, it could be very nice. It could be wonderful. The lake is really nice. There's open areas for kids to play. It's mostly working class people in this area. And it could be nice, but you do have your bad elements that come through. You have this situation with the trash, and not only that, there are issues within the apartments and townhouses here. Now, the issues are possible lead in the paint, chipping of the paint, things not being fixed in a timely manner or fixed at all. There is an issue with the cooling and heating unit. They will not replace the units that need to be replaced because they do. They're very old. and they cannot properly cool the square footage of the apartment and townhouses. And regarding the heat, the windows are very bad. You have strong drafts that come in through the apartments and the townhouses, and some of the townhouses have fireplaces, so you know there's a draft coming through there, but this is coming from windows, doors, all upstairs, downstairs, and within the apartments. So your heating bill and cooling bill will be out of control because of the state of the apartment and the fact that you can't keep the warm air in, and when it's hot, the unit cannot properly cool the square footage. Not only that, but this is an apartment complex where they do not clear off the sidewalks of snow and ice. They'll throw some salt down. I think that's about it. And they will not clean the streets leading into the apartments. So that's just a little bit that I know specifically about this apartment complex. So, you know, even some of the people, workers, maintenance, have complained. So I wanted to get into the comments underneath the video. First comment says, "Oh, come on, I'm sure those apartments are Section 8. Health and Human Services need to be called. This is up to the state to pay, not the renters." Yes, the renters do pay trash. The renters at this apartment complex are charged for trash. And these apartments are not Section 8. I wonder why this commenter specifically said, oh, they have got to be Section 8. Anyway, next comment. "That's terrible and nasty, but these tenants have some blame on the pile being so huge. There's a thing called recycling, and just a small amount of video we were given to view, I saw that nearly 60% of the trash could have been recycled. Providing them with a recycle bin and teach them to recycle." And this is what we call a microaggression. First of all, it's the caucasity for me. What makes you think that the tenants could recycle anything if you noticed that there were no recycling bins to begin with? I personally believe if you're an advocate for recycling, it's possible that you could pick up your phone and you can call FRIEDMAN communities and see if they would be willing to provide recycling bins when they won't even properly fix things in the apartments and they let the trash get this bad to begin with. And they haven't been communicating with the tenants. I would love for you to take on that project and do that, and then let everybody know how it went. And it can definitely be checked on to see if recycling bins have been placed up there. To me, since I lived in the area, I would say no. I would say slim to no. But that's a project that you possibly could do. And to sit up here and assume that the people that live in this apartment complex and along these strips of apartments, that they don't know what recycling is, that's what really got underneath my skin. It's very disrespectful for you to sit up here and pretend that nobody, this working class area, they have no clue what recycling is. I want to say something else, but I'm gonna move on. Okay, it's just, he's a grade A asshole. And then the next one said rats won't be far away then, and that will make more tenants move out. And the next one said, how many tenants are current on their rent? And my question is, what in the world does that have to do with a biological hazard? What does that have to do with you living? You are paying the rent, you are upholding your end of the contract. Because a lot of people here, like I said, are working class, and obviously they're paying rent because there would be so many people who would be put out. That hasn't been the case. A lot of people are moving and leaving the area for a certain reason, which I'll get into, but that has nothing to do with a biological hazard. The only upside of this is that it was during the winter storm and it was so cold that it kept the rodents and animals away and the insects away, and also the smell because it was cold. That's the only upside that I could see. And this is not the only apartment complex that does this, that's like this. It's a real issue and a real problem. They want to upcharge you rent. They want to raise the rent, but they are not putting anything into the properties. They're slumlords. When you look at the reviews, it could be the person is angry, but a lot of people like to spill the things that they have experienced over the years. So this person here basically said the worst apartment ever, do not move in. They have the worst management, also changing management like pieces of cloth. They are unable to put their stuff together, accounts payable always missing, and no proper communication. Just when I thought the nightmare was over, I moved out 6 months now. They are claiming that I owe $1,500 damage fee after paying $1,700 to break my lease and move out. I'm still on the matter till date. The apartment is a ridiculous joke. I have never given bad reviews. This is worth my time. In case you're thinking of moving there, cancel if you can. 0 stars, worst of all, most awful experience ever. And I think it's a telltale sign when people are breaking their lease. I wish I could give this place 0 stars, but here we are. I currently live here now and cannot wait until my lease is up. Been living here for 3 years and been having trouble with my heat since the first year. I've recently put in a maintenance request to get my heat fixed because it's getting colder out, and with the switch being on heat, it blows out cold air. I put the request in Monday, December 5th, 2022. It is currently Monday, December 12th, 2022, and still don't have any heat in my house. It's hard getting in touch with them, and I've left messages for them to call me back, but never did. I've called them multiple times during business hours when they are supposed to be open, and it says that they are currently closed. Please do not lease here unless you want to keep getting the answering machine and no one coming to your apartment to fix anything. And this was just 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I wanted to report that because I'm very familiar with the area, and it's horrible because I feel like sometimes that they do it on purpose because they want people to move out of the area. For a while, it seems like they have been trying to gentrify the area, but a lot of the people who live up here, they stay and they will not move, and it's been an issue. But still, nobody who is paying rent should be going through this. Nobody should basically be holding up their end of that leasing contract, and then the company does not fulfill what's in that leasing contract. To be honest with you, the majority of the people there, they are working class, they have children, and they are just trying to have a nice place to live where they're paying their hard-earned money. And you get something like this, because if the tenant was to stop paying rent, there will be legal action taken against them because they're not holding up that end of the contract. But it seems like these property owners, and when you become a property owner, you are held liable for the upkeep with the property, and also the maintenance and fixing of the property. If you have to go in and put in new appliances, HVACs and all, that's what you should be projecting in your estimations. You shouldn't be taking the money and running, because that's what they're doing. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think. Do you live in the area? Have you ever lived in the area? Go ahead and put your experience in the comments section, and I will see you in the next one.